I'm actually really happy that you chose that watch
Why?
because I am actually going to take this one.
Good, you copy me.
No, I had this in mind before you chose your watch. Look at this.
You know, let's go over to Grand Seiko.
Oh, no, I kind of know. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, you're really upset right now.
I was really wanting to take this
yeah.
because I'm not going to take the same watch, but I'm going to pivot to something completely different.
Completely different. So that's what I...
Welcome back to another episode. Today, I'm here with Craig. You might recognize him because we're on the same podcast together on Wrist Enthusiast Radio. Craig and I and Ben, we always do this fun thing on the podcast where we make our best watch collection. So we figured, why don't we do that here today at Carat & Co. So today's topic, we got to choose 4 watches each. The first category is one watch under $1,000, a dress watch,
Okay.
a tool watch, and tool watch can be a chronograph, GMT, diver, whatever you want in that category. And then finally, we have wild card where you can choose whatever you want, no price, no limitation. So those 4 watches, how do you feel before we start?
Normally when we do this in the podcast, we have time to prepare for this. We're also like very limited by what's in the store. So normally we just can pick whatever. So I'm going to kind of wing it and hope it goes well. I hope I win. You know your inventory probably a lot better than I do.
So with that said, since I do know the store pretty well, I will let you choose first for all the choices.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
I think let's start with the under 1,000.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So the C Star with the aqua dial. My first watch had an aqua dial, so I'm kind of partial to it, and we've re-released different variations of the aqua dial.
This is at $875. So this is the first category, under $1,000.
And this is the smaller one, because I've seen like a 43 millimeter version of this, which is, I think, huge. But this looks like it's like 38 or 39.
This one's a 40 millimeter.
Oh, 40, sure, yeah. But yeah, I love the vertical brushing, and I mean, this is good for under $1,000.
I mean, I can definitely see why you like this style. He's definitely going for stuff that's comfortable for him, you know, with Ren Diver.
Cool.
All right, so that's your first watch. So I guess it's now my turn. I have something in mind already, this one.
Good, you copy me.
No, I had this in mind before you chose your watch. Look at this.
You know, you in the comments, let us know which one you like better.
So let me explain mine. Mine is a Seiko 5 Diver. This is a 38 millimeter. And I'm not breaking the bank at all, $350. So this one is gonna fit super compact on the wrist. This is gonna be my beater watch. I wanted a pop of color. Normally I would get like black or gray, but I think this kind of like robin's egg color looks pretty nice.
You're trying to really get that value pick, I feel like, on this one.
All right, so we've got our under 1,000. Now dress watch.
Okay.
What do you have in mind?
I want to go look at Jaeger.
Okay, let's go take a look. We got the medium reversal here. That's the mono face. I mean, look, he's copying exactly what I wear.
I know. I'm not necessarily choosing this. This is a consideration.
Okay. What do you like about the reversal?
I mean, it's just so classic. It's so unique, and who doesn't love to flip? Like in case I'm playing polo.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan also of the duo face, but the mono faces are a little bit smaller, a little bit better, I think, for a dress watch. Maybe you have to throw it on something a little bit fancier than this for the Brits.
Like a alligator leather.
Alligator leathers, yeah. But something else I want to see. I want to go to Breguet. I'm a big fan of the tradition.
So we have these 2 traditions, rose gold, one with the retrograde date and one with just time only, with the jumping seconds, retrograde seconds.
I actually think I like the retrograde.
Damn, you're pulling out the heavy guns already. Yeah, we went from under 1,000 to like, yeah, this is 54 too. They don't make a steel one. They don't make it's per gay. Yeah, this one's pretty good.
This is really good.
Dang, okay.
And I think this is so underrated as just like a skeletonized dial. Like how often do you see a skeletonized dial watch that could be a dress watch?
That makes
sense. The Breguet can do that.
I agree with you. Okay, so we locked in the Breguet tradition for you. I will say it's a pretty good choice, and that kind of changes how I was thinking. Because
that's just something to compete with that.
Now I have to compete with it. Originally, I was going to do something like a yellow gold tank Louis with the sunray dial, but because you have this beautiful skeleton dial with the retrograde date, I'm thinking about putting a little complication on the dress watch. I have 2 options in mind, and I'm going to narrow down. So we're going to start with Blancpain first, since we're right here. Okay, so I got 2 options. I like gold, like rose gold, yellow gold, but I don't personally own a yellow or rose gold. I never know if I actually will like it in the long run.
Okay.
But I do like white metals, like white gold, steel, titanium.
Is that platinum?
No, so this is actually a white gold Blancpain Villeray Quantum Complete Calendar with a blue enamel dial. I feel like I'm already going on a blue.
Yeah. It is.
I don't know, maybe if I should just continue with all blue or if I should try.
It matches the outfit, though.
I mean, this blue is really stunning.
Oh, wow. This, like, the pattern on it. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, so it has like this guilloche on it and it like shoots out like in a sunray finish. You have the moon phase, day date, as well as the month calendar. And it has this really cool hand that points to the date in this little indice. There's not that many dress watches that would be in white gold with a lot of complications that we have. And I think this is one of the best choices I could go for. And it's from Blancpain. So you know their movements are amazing. Their finishing is great. So that's number one. We're actually gonna go over here. Can you guess it already what I'm looking at?
Perpetual calendar Portugueser?
I'm gonna go with the Portofino, Leiderdse Portofino Perpetual calendar. This one is also a 40 millimeter. It's around the same price, actually a little bit more expensive, 38.4. And what I like about this one is that it's very symmetrical. You just have the classic perpetual calendar layout, 3 subdials, and everything can be set by the crown. So the cool thing about my 2 choices, one can be set all by the crown. This Blancpain Villeray can be all set with your fingernail, because they have these little actuators on the bottom. So I'm kind of stuck between these two. All right, let me just take a second to decide. Between these two, I'm actually gonna go with the Blancpain.
That's what I thought.
Because I like the white gold metal. It's a little bit more stealthy or like under the radar, but then that blue dial just really pops. I just feel like I would not get tired looking at that blue dial. You get the next one. So this one is tool watch. So you can do dive watch, chronograph, GMT, anything that you would use functionally.
Models wellness ref GMT. Okay. There's a few things that kind of jump out to me.
Okay.
So there's a couple. I wanted to come over to Omega.
Okay.
White Speedy.
This is the White Speedy 42 millimeter Speedmaster Professional, or the new first Omega in space.
I'm just trying all the watches. Let's just have you pull out other stuff too.
Sure.
This bracelet's really nice.
That is a nice bracelet.
I really like the first Omega in space, but I'm gonna go with the white dial Speedy.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, I wish you had it on bracelet, but
Yeah.
you can add that on after.
Yeah, you could.
I know it's more expensive to add it on after.
Well, I would consider that pretty much the same watch.
Yeah.
You're basically getting the same watch, but just on a different strap.
I have a white Daytona.
Yeah.
And the only reason I haven't purchased this is because I feel like it's
Overlapping.
overlapping a little bit, but I love this.
I'm actually really happy that you chose that watch,
Why?
because I am actually going to take the first in space. I didn't know exactly what watches were going to come before it, but I knew it at some point when we got to chronographs.
So what would you have done if I chose that one instead?
Well, I already have a diver, so I would probably go for a GMT then. And I'm really happy you didn't, because now I get to take it. As someone who owns the White Dial Speedy, you know, I'm not going to choose it again in this game, but I've been actually thinking about the first Omega in space for a while. 39.7 millimeter case. I like the flat link bracelet. Look at that. Mine has a blue-gray Soleil dial. What would you guys choose? The first Omega in space or the White Speedy? Right now, I'm leaning towards first Omega in space. Even though I own the White Speedy, right now, if you would ask me, I would choose the first Omega in space. The last selection is the wild card. You can choose anything in the store. Doesn't have to fit a specific category. So if you wanted another diver, if you want a gold watch, whatever you want.
I have an idea. It doesn't really fit any of the categories, I feel like, so...
Okay.
Let's go over to Grand Seiko.
Oh, no, I kind of know. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
You have to let the guest or the person on your channel choose first.
Yeah, I'll let you choose this one.
But this is the UFA, which stands for Ultra Fine Accuracy. They released it at Watches and Wonders this past year.
Yep.
Spring drive movement, but accurate to within, what, a few seconds a month?
20 seconds a year.
20 seconds, so a few seconds, 1 to 2 seconds a month.
Normally spring drive is 30 seconds per month, or roughly, we usually say 15 seconds per month.
Yeah, so this is that, like, almost a year.
Yeah.
It's good size. And the dial pattern is growing on me. It's a little bit different. It's more like geometric than what... I feel like Grand Seiko's dials are generally more organic looking, and this is like a little bit more geometric and like symmetrical, but it's been growing on me.
Well, the cool thing too is this dial pattern and the color is not visible anywhere else in the choices you made.
Yeah, you're really upset right now.
I was really wanting to take this
yeah,
because this is such a good choice, but I might have to switch gears and take something different.
Take the same watches.
I'm not gonna take the same watch, but I'm gonna pivot to something completely different.
Completely different. So that's what I
kind of hate to say it, but I think your collection is pretty well rounded.
Thank you. So what blue watch are you going to choose?
I feel like I did so many blue or color dials that it makes more sense for me to do something white or more neutral, but I've really been thrown in a rush. I was gonna take the UFA too.
I had to get it first.
I don't know what category I would want to put in this, but if I can do anything, then
Yeah.
I feel like I should do something more interesting than just a time only. So I need a moment to just think real quick, because you definitely took my UFA. I think everything changed when you chose the dress watch.
Yeah.
When you chose the Breguet, it kind of threw me in a loop, because I was like, okay, now I really gotta play differently.
Okay.
So we're gonna come to Cartier. There's this watch I've been thinking about personally. I don't own it currently, so this would be a really good choice. So I'm gonna go with the Cartier Tank Louis yellow gold with the Soleil dial. This is the new watch that came out this year for 2025. I mean, I just think this is so timeless. It's very tone on tone. I do like tone on tone. The one thing is that I wish this had like a matching yellow gold bracelet. So my idea is to get a watch and then get like a matching yellow gold bracelet on it. And I think it'd be perfect.
$20,000, the price of the watch.
Basically became my wild card, and this became my dress watch. I mean, because they're pretty interchangeable.
Yeah.
But first, let's go over your 4 choices and we'll go over my 4 choices. Just a quick recap. Choose each. Tell me a little bit about each of your watches.
So I went with the Tissot Sea Star. It's 40 millimeters, but wears smaller. 850, I think we said.
875.
875. But also, like, the finishing is really nice on this. Really nice color that I have a personal investment in. So that's number 1 for under 1,000, but also it's a good diver, a good daily watch. And then I kind of upped the game from the really low, not the really low end, but from the under 1,000 low end affordable to the really high end.
That's a really good feature.
Dress watch, Breguet tradition, retrograde date. I just love the tradition. I've been thinking about buying one for a long period of time. The classiest skeletonized dial you can get.
There's really like not much out there when it comes to skeleton dress watches. That was a really good choice. I have to give that one to you.
Okay, so then we went and I picked the white dial Speedy. I love this watch since it came out. But yeah, I would have preferred it on the bracelet, but you don't have it. And then I stole your pick.
You did.
With the Grand Seiko Ultrafine Accuracy. This titanium, I've never seen like a more like brilliant. It's like the ultra hard titanium. So this is my wild card because it doesn't fit really into any of those, but it's a good just everyday watch, I feel like, as well.
All right, so for my 4 choices, for under 1,000, I went with the Seiko 5 Diver. This one has a fun color. I thought this would just be fun to wear on the weekends and doing adventures. It's 38 millimeters. Fits really well on my wrist. For the dress watch, because Craig went for the Breguet tradition, it kind of changed how I thought. So I chose the Blancpain Villeray in white gold with this beautiful blue enamel dial. I chose this because there's not that many options that we have in our store when it comes to white and gold metal watches, and I'm not crazy about rose gold personally. So I wanted something in white gold, but with a complication. So I went with the complete calendar. So I get a little bit of everything and you get really nice, beautiful finishing, 100-hour power reserve. Great choice, I must say. I went with the first Omega in Space as my tool watch. This is a watch I've been actively thinking about lately. As someone who owns the White Dial Speedmaster, I've been really liking the flat link bracelet. I have to say this watch grew on me over the year, because when this and the White Dial Speedy first came out, I would have in a heartbeat said this White Dial Speedmaster. But like after owning this for a while now, I kind of like this a little bit better. And I think it's because there's no crown guards, because of the vintage aesthetics, like all the storytelling that was put in here, like even the curved crystal, the Soleil dial.
White dial watches.
I do, in my personal collection, I do. So I wanted a little bit more color today. And then finally for wild card, I went with the gold tank, which is the Tank Louis in yellow gold with a yellow gold dial. I wanted something monochromatic and just tone on tone. Since you took my Grand Seiko UFA, this is something that I would be really happy to own too. The only thing I would change on this is I would put like a matching yellow gold bracelet. And I think that would be so cool to wear. Let us know in the comments who you think won. We're gonna put on screen the total value of both collections. If you think Craig won, obviously let us know. If you think I won, drop it in a comment. Thanks for watching this episode. Craig, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, Derek.
See you in the next one. Bye.